My name is Asparagus, and this is my YouTube channel, Asparagus Reading, where I talk about books, but sometimes other things. If you haven't already seen the title or the thumbnail of this video, today I'm going to be talking about my October TBR. For the month of October, I do plan to be participating in a readathon called Breath of the Wildathon, which is hosted by Little Book Owl. I will obviously have the link to the announcement and everything else in the description. If you don't know what Breath of the Wildathon is, it is a readathon that occurs, I think, twice a year, and it is a theme based on Legend of Zelda, the Breath of the Wild game. I don't know anything about Zelda. It's never been something that I've really wanted to dabble into, but clearly I need to because everyone else does. But it seems really fun and really interesting, and I've been wanting to participate in the readathon. I just haven't done so until now. This round is going to be all month long, so all of October from the 1st to 31st, where readers will be on the Rudania quest, I think that's how you pronounce it, trying to complete 5 reading challenges and 3 bonus challenges if they want to. And I do believe for each challenge you do, you could submit it into a tracker and you get points for your team. I'm not sure if there's a winner. I think it's just complete your quest. There's going to be 4 teams, and I'm going to be on Team Mifa, which is going to be co-hosted with Hardback Hoarder, which I'm really excited because Kaz, Ali, love it. They're both readers, they're both gaming streamers, they both do a lot of fun things, and I have been watching both of their streams on Twitch and their YouTube videos, and it's kind of fun seeing them do things together now. So, and obviously I'm friends with Ali. Ali and I are great. And I was like, ooh, you're hosting? I'm going on your team. I don't believe Ali's TBR is posted yet. It probably come a little closer to October. So once that is out, I'll put a link down below to her video, because I'm assuming she will discuss more about her team specifically in that. So if you want to be on her team, Team Mifa, the one that I'm on, check that video out. Or you could just go to Kaz's video, which has all the information. There's also going to be a map which has all the quests. You can see which direction and which prompts that your team is going to be doing. There's going to be a Discord. There's also a website for all this and other things down below. I'll link it all down below. Or again, just go to Kaz's video because she has all that for you. Each team will be following a different path, so I suggest consulting the map. That will show you which path to go. Or I think on the website, if you scroll past the map, it is written out for you so you know which prompts the team is doing and what order they go in. So like I said, since I am Team Mifa, I will be doing the blue path, which is going to be starting at the East Reservoir Lake, and then it goes all the way to the Divine Beast of Rudania. I'm also going to be attempting some of the bonus challenges, and I also want to try to attempt to complete some of the challenges from the previous readathon, because like I said, Kaz does 2 of these every year, where it's a month-long one, and then there's a Great Plateau, a short mini one, and every time that you do a previous challenge and you complete it, you get perks that you could use towards the next one. And since I missed out on the last one, I want some perks, so I'm going to try to do the previous challenge to get some perks to use for this one. So I'll also discuss that in my TBR. Alright, so the challenges in my TBR are as follows. The very first one is the East Reservoir Lake, and you have to read a book with a blue cover. I plan to read one of 3 things, maybe all 3. The first one is Our Shadows Have Claws, an anthology of horror short stories based on Latine mythical monsters and creatures that are written by, I think, 15 YA authors, and it sounds really interesting. I know Raquel Marie is in there. You guys know I love her, so obviously I'm going to read just for her. Also, I don't think I've ever read some horror short stories. I don't really read horror ever, so that would be fun to try. Thing I am nervous about is I don't really like anthologies, so I'm scared, but I'm also excited. Another potential is Shattered Sea by Catherine Cowles. This is a book club book for Chronically Courageous Book Club, which is hosted by Ava and Bree from Ava's Romance Books and In Love of Words. They have this book club, Chronically Courageous, because they want to read books that have chronic illness and disability representation, but also try to get books with own voices representation in it, just to get that, I also let people know these books do exist and read more of these books with representation, which I think is great because we need more of it. And I wish people were aware of how many there are. I just want to go in blindly because this is a new author, and I think it's really exciting to go into it without any thoughts and kind of get live reactions with everyone else who's participating in the book club. Also, I have quite a few Nekeli books I need to read, and a good majority of them have blue in the title in the font color or just on the cover itself. So if I don't want to read these two books, or I just want to read another book, I could probably just pick up any of these books on NetGalley. The second prompt is the Blood Moon card, and that is randomly select a Blood Moon reading prompt. So I did do a randomly number generator, and I believe I got number 7, which I'll put over here. And the prompt is Lionel, read a book over 500 pages long. When I first saw this, I laughed. Like, I don't think I've read a 500-page book in a while, and if I have, I was not aware because everything I read has felt very short. Well, actually, I think I read Talk Story to Me. That might be 500 pages. I can't remember how long that was, but that was pretty long. And typically longer books are like fantasy books, and sci-fi books, and horror books, which is fine, but I haven't been reading much of those. I've been reading a lot of romances and nonfiction recently. So, and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to change my challenge. I'm going to take this challenge and I'm going to try to do it. And so for this, I have decided to read Gilded by Marissa Meyer, which is a Rumpelstiltskin retelling about a girl that is known for telling her stories and fairy tales. But one of them catches up to her when the Earl King gets upset because the story's about him. And he's like, for your consequence, I want you to spin me some gold. And if you don't, you die. Obviously, you can't spin gold. That's not something that's possible. But she ends up making a deal with, Rumpelstiltskin that gives her the ability to do so. And I'm assuming Rumpelstiltskin does appear at some inconvenient time. And he's like, catch up, I want my part. So, interesting to see how this goes. I've already started this, like, last year. And then never got back to it. So I'm going to have to restart it. And also, book 2, Curse, comes out next year. And a lot of people say they're really excited for it because of how this ends. However, I have heard some reviews saying that this is very slow and is very different from Marissa Meyer's writing, and they feel like it is a very typical retelling. They didn't feel like it was a big change from the original story, which is, I guess, depending on what you're looking for, can be a good thing or a bad thing. So I'm excited to read this. This was like exactly 500 pages when I was looking for a book, because acknowledgements, page 500. So the third prompt is East Akkala Stables, which is select a book and your TBR at random. I decided to just do another random number generator, and this time I think I ended up getting like 22. And so when I was counting on my shelf to get to that, I got Teach Me by Olivia Dade. Yes, it has been on previous TBRs. No, I have not read it yet. I'm not going to explain. This is a new adult, possibly just adult. I don't really know. The new adult, young adult genres kind of blend together. Romance following 2 teachers that are forced to share a classroom due to lack of space in the school. He's a divorced single dad that is at this school because he wants to stay close to his daughter, keep building a relationship, and she just happens to be in the town for years. He's interested in her, but she's stubborn. She has some hard shells up. She has some shields up. She's not really sure she really wants to dive into this relationship, and he's really just trying to prove to her that he wants to, and that he wants to do this. He does not care about other people and other problems. So, sounds really cute, sounds fun. It's really short, which I'm gonna need because Gilded is long, and I have a pretty big TBR for October, but we'll see. This is the next one. I just want to finish her backlist, and I do have her next book, Shipwrecked, pre-ordered. I think it comes out in November, December? I don't remember. So maybe I can get this one done before that one. The next challenge is Akkala Ancient Tech Lab, which is read a dark academia novel. For this one, I'm going to be reading If We Are Villains by our M.L. Ria, which is one of Ali, aka Hardback Hoarder, my team's leader, favorite books. I thought this would be fitting to read one of her favorites because I've known her for so long, and about time I read some of her favorites. She's read some books that I recommended, so I need to read some of hers, I thought it'd be fun to try it out. I don't think I read very many dark academia, and I don't think her and I taste align. I do find some of the books she recommends interesting, but have I picked them up? No. So this book is about Oliver Marks, has recently been released from jail after serving 10 years in prison for a murder that he may or may not have committed. And on the day of his release, he is confronted with the one man that put him there, Detective Colburn. And Colburn is there because he wants to know the truth of what happened the day of that murder. And so I do believe the book kind of shifts into the day of that murder when, or maybe at least telling about that day so you know what happened. And so basically this follows Oliver and 6, maybe 7 other people who are playing Shakespeare characters for a play. And they often are in these roles on stage and off stage. But one day, all of a sudden, there is a cast change, which leads to a deadly incident. Sounds like a lot of jealousy to me. And hey, could be an accident, who knows? And so now the friend group is trying to put on their best act yet, trying to prove to themselves and everyone else that they are not at fault, that they are blameless, and they don't really know what happened. Every time I've heard about this book, this was not how it was described to me. And so I'm a little confused how I didn't read this sooner. So I'm about to go back to Allie's videos and like find almost every video she talks about this. Because when I found this description, I was like, oh, I would have picked this up like 2 years ago. It sounds juicy, it sounds dramatic, I'm ready for it. And for the 5th prompt for this challenge is Divine Beast by Rudania, which is read a book with the fire buzzword. I have a book for that called Set Fire to the Gods. This is an arc that I got in a giveaway with other arcs. Don't ask me nothing about this book. I think it has something to do with some gladiators and some games, an arena. I believe one of them goes to this games because her mother has died in it and she kind of wants to bring down the gods and the whole games. I think the other one is there because he's trying to protect some secrets, some family secrets. And the two, they end up, I don't know if they work together or if they're against each other, but 2 people coming together in a game and either, hey, A, hating each other and trying to kill each other and then falling in love, or B, working together and then falling in love. Sounds good to me. Alright, so for this readathon, each team does get a perk. And for my team, the perk is that we can double up on any challenge. As you can see, for all 5 prompts, I have a separate book. But if something ever happens, like I don't want to read it, I DNF, or I don't have enough time, I can double up. I don't remember which ones I'm able to double up on, like which ones can count for more than 1 prompt. I'm gonna have to go back and check, but I know there's at least 2 that I think I could use to do a double up. For the 3 bonus challenges, the first one is Cut, Check, Rock, which is read Intimidating Book, and the one I'm going to be going with is I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy, just because this is something I've been wanting to read it. It's very intimidating because of the content. Jeanette is very raw and honest and open about what she has gone through before, during, and after being a childhood actress, and I'm just nervous about how the content may gut punch me. I just find it very incredible that people can be very raw, open, and honest in their writing, and that's something that I find very difficult for myself to do. I'm currently in a poetry class where we write poems every week, and my class has been very, like I said, raw, open, honest, very brutal, very straight to the point, very like gut-wrenching poems, and I'm like, wow, I can't do that. And so I just find it very incredible that people like Jeanette McCurdy and people in my class can do that, and it is very intimidating to me, so this is the book I'm going to read for them. The second prompt is Skull Lake, which is you have to participate in at least 1 Fang and Bone challenge. Fang and Bone challenges are like randomly posted challenges that's going to be posted on the Twitter and in a Discord. I don't know if it's going to be reading based or if it's going to be like, take a picture right now, show what page you're on, that kind of thing. Like I said, the challenge has not been posted. It's going to be posted throughout the month of the readathon. So I'm just going to keep my notifications on until that time happens so I know what's going on. Hopefully it's not timed, because if I'm in school and I can't see it, I am screwed. For the last bonus challenge is Lomei Labyrinth Island, which is read a mysterious or puzzling book. And I'm going to be choosing to read Invisible Girl by Lisa Jewell, which is a mystery thriller that has 2, possibly 3 storylines going on. Each of them just seem to center around a man called Owen Pick. So Mr. Owen Pick has been suspended from his teaching job because of accusations of sexual misconduct. Okay, Mr. Owen. His neighbors are suspicious of him because of the accusations, but also because their daughter has said that Owen Pick has been following her home a couple of times. And Owen Pick also happens to be the last person to see someone else that has gone missing. And this person that has gone missing was recently released from some sort of hospital or facility, like just recently. And they happen to see Owen Pick and all of a sudden missing. So Owen Pick just seems to be the center of all of the drama and all of the concerning issues relating to women. And I'm very interested to see what happens with this. Again, for the bonus challenges, the prompts can be doubled up. which I think this allows for everyone, but if you are in Team Mifa, you can double up twice. You can double up 4 bonus prompts and for the regular challenges. And I think for both of these books that I have, I can technically switch them for the prompts. And I can also double up at any point. So I think I'm good on that one. Now, like I said earlier, I do want to do some of the prompts from the previous challenges so I can get some of the perks for this one. Not entirely sure if Kaz is going to allow this. I probably should do it in advance of October, but like, we'll see. If anything, I'll just have to ask in the Discord, and if I can't do it simultaneously, I'll probably just drop some of my September TBR and do some of this early to get the perk points, but you know. Anyways, so recently they did the Great Plateau 1.5 challenge. I think they've done it twice, and you can get 2 perks for that if you complete them, but I'm trying to get them perk points, so for the first challenge of that is Shrine of Resurrection, camera trial, share your readathon TBR list, which I'm already doing, so we got that one. The second one is Baij Shine, bomb trial. Read a hyped or highly recommended book, and for this, like I mentioned, I'm gonna try to double up on the books I'm gonna be reading. I'm glad my mom died because of all the books on my TBR for this month. I think this is the most hyped one, so that's gonna be reading for that. And then for the next one is Oman Au Shrine, the Magnesius trial. Good gosh, I don't know how to say any of these things. I'm so sorry. Read a book with a romantic plot or subplot. So I have quite a few options for this. As many of you know, I do love Candy Steiner. I've been trying to get through her backlist. She does have some books on her backlist I want to finish, but she is releasing a new book in October called Quarterback Sneak, so I can read that. And then, like I said, I was going to try to read Shattered Sky, Shattered Sea for the Chronically Courageous book club, so I could read that. Elsie Silver is releasing a new book called Heartless in October, so I can also read that. And I'm sure some of these other books, such as these two, have romance in them, so I can honestly pick up anything because a lot of books nowadays have some type of romance in them, whether it's a main plot or a subplot or a side character, so I'm good on that. Then for the next one, it is the Keh Namut Shrine Cryonis trial. Read a book that will give you chills, which I think is going to be Invisible Girl because it is a thriller. And it looks like there's kind of some ice on the cover, so I'm wondering if this is going to be during winter. Also, I don't like men perspective, and so I feel like I'm going to be like, ugh, reading his perspective. And if he's nasty, you know, I'm going to be like, ew. So, perfect for that. Okay. And then, for the very last one, which is the Owa Daim Shrine, the Stasis Trial, participate in a reading sprint. I don't remember if reading sprints were scheduled for October, so that one is up in the air. However, I'm sure at least one of the hosts will be having some reading sprints at some point throughout the month, whether for this readathon or for something else, so I'm sure I'll be able to get that one done at some point. I think that is everything for my October TBR. As you can see, I do plan to do quite a bit of reading, and there's a couple of physical books and some of them are a bit long. It's going to be very interesting because, like I said, I am in school and I just have a feeling I'm not going to get a lot of reading done, but you know what? We're going to try. Again, all of the links for the Breath of Wild Readathon is going to be posted down below. The announcement video, TBRs, the website, the Discord, etc. If you're interested in it, check it out. Watch those videos, or you can watch some of her past videos for previous Breath of the Wild Readathon she's hosted. Or you could just watch from a distance and participate in something else. I don't know. If you plan to participate, let me know what team you're going to be on. If you're not going to participate, let me know what you plan to read for the month of October. Tell me one, maybe all books. Let me know if you've read any of these books that I plan to read. And if you don't want to comment any of these things, maybe you're not a reader or you just don't feel like typing all of that, leave a nature-themed emoji down below because I do believe the game is nature-themed or has to do something with the environment. So drop some leaves, some trees, some water, something nature down below in the comments, and I'll know that you've made it far into the video. I think that's all we have for today. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, good night, good evening, good morning, whatever time it is where you are, and I'll see you in the next one.